to be building my dream garage instead of driving Empire, but before we do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, some of you might remember I actually did this before, but driving Empire has added a lot of new cars since the last time I've done this, and it allows me to have actually some of the cars I really want in my collection now, so it's going to be very different than the last time we've done this. But let's head in. We have, I believe, 12 spots maybe at this house. I think there's 7 downstairs and 5 upstairs. That adds up to 12 spots total. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna put down all my dream cars. I think up here we're gonna start with daily drivers. What is like a dream daily driver? Ooh, honestly, this is a hard choice. I'm gonna have to think about this. Like, I definitely want a Maybach, I think, some kind of Maybach. So let me get Mercedes. Now, technically, this isn't licensed yet, but like we have the real model. It's just not the real name or badge on it. But so this is the Maybach, and I already have the spec down that I would go with. Like a matte black, I think is cool. Black wheels. It's hard to tell, but there are red calipers that match with this dark red interior. It actually is such a nice spec. I think that would be really cool on a Maybach, something like that. Maybe also I would consider like a two-tone spec, but we can't really do that in driving Empire. So we got the Maybach down. What am I thinking for my second daily? Ooh, maybe, honestly, you know what would be cool to go with this? A Escalade V. I think that's a nice, like, big SUV, you know? These two dailies would be fire. Like, the sedan, if you're feeling like going in a luxury Mercedes sedan. But for a big SUV, the Escalade V is, like, powerful, loud. It's got that American V8 sound. I think that's, like, a really fire two-car, like, daily combo for my daily drivers. So I would definitely daily drive these two cars. That's, like, really perfect, I feel like. But what are we gonna do over here, okay? I feel like another car I would like to own that I could, you know, kind of drive sometimes. I wouldn't drive, but like if I needed an SUV to drive with a few friends around in, a Urus would be really fun. Because it's a Lamborghini, right? So you could have a bold color on it. Like, I would go with this lime green, honestly. A bold color on an SUV. You could fit like up to 5 people. I mean, it might be a tight squeeze for the one back here, but this would be really cool. Like a just fun car to whip around. So honestly, we got 2 SUVs so far, a sedan, but we need some sports cars in the collection for sure. Now, downstairs, I'm kind of saving for hypercars and then a specific brand of supercar. I mean, we already have something out from it. You might be able to guess, but I think up here, I want to put a Porsche GT3 RS. I think the Porsche GT3 RS would be really cool to have. Honestly, I would probably go with like, so in real life, you can get a heritage spec one, but I always loved an inverse heritage spec. So green on white, like with some aftermarket wheels like this, I think would be so cool. Like having the green from the heritage, but then a white stripe, white 3-piece wheels like that would be really neat. White interior details as well. Really cool spec in my opinion. I want the YSEC package though, but we don't have that in game. That would basically add the carbon roof and hood, which would tie it all together a bit better, I think. So actually, look at these two. We got 2 green cars together. That's pretty neat. And then I really want one McLaren, and that's a 765 LT, preferably the coupe, and I would honestly do it just like this. There's a lot of MSO options, so it'd probably be really expensive and hard to find one like this. Honestly, I probably would have had to order this in real life, so this probably is impossible to get, but carbon hood, carbon roof, with the carbon air intake, or is that the roof scoop? That's what it is. Carbon spoiler, the roll cage. Then I want like a blue shifting paint like this. It looks really cool. Light blue to dark blue. Light blue calipers, light blue interior. That spec is beautiful in my eyes. Perfect. So yeah, that is my kind of upstairs area I'd have. Let's go down. We're gonna get to some more advanced supercars now. My favorite brand when I was a kid, and probably still is to be honest, Lamborghini. So we gotta have the new Revuelto in there. You know, this thing's actually pretty cool. I actually had it turned into an off-road beast for a video I recently did, but I think I'd actually prefer the Revuelto in that orange color, so I'm gonna actually switch it over to it. All right, this is much better. So I'd had my Revuelto looking like this, to be honest, and then you all guessed it, you all knew I had to have the SVJ. It has to be in baby blue too. Like, I need an SVJ in this color. This baby blue SVJ with blue interior details and a blue caliper would be nice. We don't have blue for the calipers, like the light blue color in game, but in real life, I know I could do that. So that would be, this is a needed combo. The orange Revuelto with the blue SVJ, but the blue SVJ is a must. We must get this one. Like, this out of every car so far is the most important to me to get. And then, honestly, I would really like an STO. Now, my friend Borgest, he actually made Driving Empire, and in real life, he owns an STO in this exact spec, and it's probably my favorite spec STO, so maybe someday, if we stack up enough money somehow, and he's willing to sell it ever, we'd have to add the STO to the collection in blue with the white details, just like this. It's just such a clean spec, in my opinion. I really like the blue and white. It looks amazing. Then that leaves us with 4 spots here. Now, this is my dream car garage, so we can put any hypercar you could imagine on here. So, of course, we have to have a Koenigsegg. I feel like the Jesko's a must. I would probably go with some sort of blue spec, but just to give it a little bit of variety in the collection here, we'll have it orange, I guess. Then right here, I think we also need an Agera to go with it. An Agera, dude, the RS. There's one I really like in real life. It's like called the RSR, I think, or something, and it's like a blue one. So I tried my best to recreate it here. Although, I would prefer a white interior on it. I think that would be really neat, but I guess the closest thing to my spec in game is that one in real life I show you all, but I think we definitely need an Agera and Jesko combo. It's kind of like, it's just like actually the Rev Welto SVJ combo. You know, the Agera and Jesko combo, really nice. But we have 2 more spots here. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe a Pagani. I'm thinking a Pagani, Huayra, and Zonda. Now, I know which Huayra I want exactly. It would probably be a Huayra Roadster, if I could find it right here. A Huayra Roadster BC would actually be really neat. I like how I have this one in blue, but in real life, there's like a red one. I wouldn't mind that one in a collection. And then I want a Zonda Cinque, the green one specifically. So let's see if I can find that. Yeah, right here. This Zonda Cinque in green, especially like the green. I really like the lime green on it. It fits that style really well, in my opinion. Like, just look at this. That's such a clean looking Zonda. So the collection, to update you all, now we got our row of hypercars, 2 Paganis, 2 Koenigsegg's. Then my 3 Lambos here are a must. We must have those Lambo supercars. But we have room for 1 more car, and I'm thinking of doing a track car now. So I have to think about this, honestly. What track car would I want? Now, I'm not talking like the GT3 RS. Like the GT3 RS, yeah, you could say it's a track car, but I'm talking about like an actual GT3 car right here. So honestly, ooh, this is a tough choice. I mean, it would be easy for me to go with the Lambo because I love Lambo, but I don't know. I feel like I might want to change it up. Maybe the 720S, but like we already have the 765 in the collection, so it's kind of similar. Maybe something new. R8 could be cool, but I feel like I'd prefer the Lambo over this. Maybe the Bentley, I'm not gonna lie. We got a lot of green going on. We got more green than I was expecting. Yo, the Bentley and the GT3 RS kind of match, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I like any of these GT3 cars. I could pick anything. What if we go with a Pagani track car, potentially? Maybe a Huayra R could be nice. Actually, I don't mind the idea of having a Huayra R in the collection. I think that could kind of top it off really nice. Like a track only Huayra R could be pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. Let's put it in here. See how it looks, get a little feel for it. I think that might be the full collection. Yeah, I think that's how I'd finish it off. Okay, so 3 Lambos, 3 Paganis, 2 Koenigsegg's. That is my dream car garage collection right here. Let me know what you would change about it, if you would change anything. Did I do good making a dream collection? Comment down below, let me know. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would really appreciate it. Subscribing, the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check out the video on screen here if you think to like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.